Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Nicholas Pelletier. My uncle Chris Meyer asked me to hop on here and share some thoughts about getting your first gig out of college, which I've been there. It's a exciting time, but it can be very stressful. So keep pushing through. I work in finance right now in a sales role, and I went to Boston College. I studied finance there. A couple thoughts about getting your first gig out of school. One is leverage your career services center. They can be really helpful in a couple ways. One, a resume needs work. Oftentimes it takes 3 or 4 or 5 iterations to get the resume that you're ready to put in front of an employer. Part of it is what you actually say, the content in there, but a lot of it too is formatting and how you actually word the content that's on the resume itself. So work with your career center on that. Also, interviewing is a skill set and it requires some practice like any other skill. So make sure you drill your behavioral interview questions such as, okay, why do I want to work in this industry? Why am I interested in working for this firm? And most importantly, what are the skills that I have that would make me successful in this type of role? And you want to have really tight answers about that because they're going to ask you those questions. And if you're fumbling around for an answer, it's going to show. It doesn't take a lot of practice, but a little bit of practice goes a long way. The other recommendation I would have is network. Reach out to people, ask to grab a cup of coffee, ask for 5 or 10 minutes on the phone. Try and understand what they do, and this is the way you position it. You say, I want to understand what you do, why you like it, what makes you good at it, and what's the best way to break into that field. And then at the end, ask for them to recommend 2 or 3 people that you should hop on the phone with to learn a little bit more about the industry. That will help your network grow exponentially. And like anything else, it's a numbers game, and it will just increase the likelihood of you landing the job that you really want right out of school. In terms of what I do currently, as I mentioned, I'm in a financial sales role. So I raise capital for an asset management firm called First Trust Portfolios. Essentially, I work with financial advisors and provide consulting services to them and help them decide types of financial products, investment strategies for them to implement into their client portfolios, a mix of individuals and institutions. It's a great gig. Anybody who wants to talk about finance or sales, I'm your guy, happy to do so. Please do not hesitate to reach out. And again, it can be a tough time right now, but I promise you, keep pushing through. Good things will happen. Show up every day, give it your best, and make sure to practice. It'll go a long way. Thanks a lot.